Hello friends, today I am going to demonstrate some basic concepts about the Kubernetes. So before understanding what is Kubernetes exactly, let's understand the relationship between the Dockers and Kubernetes. Because both Docker and Kubernetes are the platforms which provides the containerization technology. So Dockers were the one which came first, which were responsible for the packaging of the application and distribution of the application. It was very easy to deploy the containers while using the Docker technology. But when you want to scale your applications at the production level, then Docker doesn't consider to be very efficient over there. So that is why the Kubernetes came into existence. Kubernetes is again a technology, but it provides the orchestration of the containers, which can be used to scale, to automate, and to provide the load balancing facility. So let's understand more about the Kubernetes. Kubernetes is basically an open source system. We use it for the deployment, for scaling, for management of the applications which are based on the containers. So basically, the Kubernetes was been designed by the Google, and in 2014, they have uh, given this platform to be used as an open source. So normally, Kubernetes is used as a production-ready tool by the enterprises nowadays. So it is a platform which has been used for hosting the Docker containers in a clusterized environment where you can get number of Docker hosts consisting of some sort of containers. Kubernetes helps in demonstrating the idea whether the containerization applications are running where they were intended to run at that particular location, as well as the time which was being fixed for them when they want to be deployed. So Kubernetes is a fully management technology which is responsible for dealing with the container which are based on the dockers at the production level. So there are some benefits that Kubernetes is providing to us. The very first one is service discovery and load balancing. So whenever you want to discover any of the service which is in the form of containers for sure in the Kubernetes, you can easily use it through the DNS as well as from their own IP addresses. And it is very efficient to manage the traffic between the containerized applications because load balancing is the feature which is an automated one within the Kubernetes, which help in distributing the network traffic so that the deployment of the application works very smoothly. Then the second advantage is the storage orchestration. Orchestration. In this particular facility, the Kubernetes helps in automatically mount the storage facility depending upon the user's choice. The user may want to mount the storage at the local storage devices or they want to mount it at the public level. Then the next one is the automated rollouts and rollbacks. This facility is as similar to as the scaling in and scale out kind of facility which has been provided by the Kubernetes. So whenever you want to create the new containers, there is a requirement for that. It is automatically been deployed by the Kubernetes. Whenever there is not any requirement for the existing containers, then the Kubernetes is responsible to scale them out. Then there is also a very good feature which has been provided within the Kubernetes, that is the self-healing. Kubernetes is associated with a health check feature, which is responsible for determining the health of the applications which are running within the containers. So then it is also providing us a secret and configuration management. So in order to secure the information which can be sensitive for some users, Kubernetes providing us the OAuth kind of tokens and makes use of SSH kind of keys. You can easily deploy and update the secrets and application configuration without rebuilding your container images. So this is one of the very good feature of the Kubernetes. Furthermore, there are some key terminologies which you really want to know while working with the Kubernetes. The very first thing here I would like to point out is that Kubernetes works upon master slave architecture, where there is one master node which has the ability to manage the another nodes which are acting as the slave or the worker nodes. So it assigns the tasks to the worker nodes, and worker node has to actually perform the task as per the instructions been given by the master node. So as I said earlier, the worker node is there, which is basically the node with application code which is running within a cluster. So within the Kubernetes, there is a concept of pods. Pods are nothing but a group of containers. So in order to identify which pod is running, we are using the labels. So another terminology is there, which is kubelet. Kubelet is nothing but a container agent. Then there is a proxy. Proxy is a load balancer, which is used to manage the traffic between the pods. And then there is another agent called as C advisor, which is basically working upon monitoring the application, monitoring the performance of the resources which are been using, and also the resource utilization. So each and everything, these kind of statistics are being maintained by the C advisor. Then there is a replication controller, which manages the replication of the pods just for providing you the high availability of the services. Then there is a scheduler, which schedules the pods in the worker nodes. And there is a API server, which is the API server for the Kubernetes. I hope you understood the basic concept of the Kubernetes. Thank you so much for watching.